Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chester F. Awalt Gymnasium here at Mountain View High School, home of the Mountain View Spartans.
Lancers fans, it's a school night
teams are getting ready to take the court. We're just getting ready to start. This is Thursday, September 29th, 2016, for this match between the Mountain View Spartans and the Gatos Wildcats. Teams are going through and doing little high fives. It's a cool night here in Mountain View. Mountain View Spartans looking for their first division win of the season. Los Gatos is with a 2-2 record. Los Gatos in their away colors of black and white. Mountain View in their home black and gold. So Mountain View in black, Los Gatos in white. Both these two teams have had wonderful teams in the past couple of years. This has not been the greatest year for both of them. Mountain View struggling a little bit, but they've got some good, promising talent coming up through the ranks. Just about ready here for the first serve. Sam Schaefer back to serve. Sam's a 5'7" senior. Down ref is just doing the checks to make sure everybody's rotating properly. About ready to start here just a few minutes before 7 o'clock. Pretty good little crowd here at Mountain View High School. No debates. Giants are playing. And here we go with the first serve. Sam Schaefer to serve. Over the block. And Mountain View goes long. First point goes to Los Gatos. We have a rotation coming in for Los Gatos. Back to serve. Serving is Sydney Rogers, 5'8" freshman. Left-handed kill, nice dig by Los Gatos. Off the block. Little dink over, but Los Gatos is in place. Short set in the middle, over the block, and it goes in. They call, yes, that goes in. Point for Los Gatos. The line judge was a little hesitant on that call. The up ref made the call. Rogers back to serve again for Los Gatos. Tough pass, tight to the net. Setter not able to bring it back. Los Gatos steps up 3-0. We're here in the first set, best of 5 match. Back set, off the block, not able to pancake it in. Mountain View on the board for the first time. The libero comes in for Los Gatos. Back row. Price. Schaefer with the serve. Josie Despar's back for Los Gatos to serve. Little floater. Quick set in the middle. Timing was off, but she was able to dink it over. Nice dig by Mountain View, but not able to make the recovery. Point goes to Los Gatos. Los Gatos goes up 5-1. Despar's back to serve. Ooh, tough pass, goes up into the stands and almost to the microphone. And we have a timeout called by Mountain View. First timeout of the match. While they sort of put their heads together, they're trailing 6-1 here in this first set. Los Gatos ready to serve here after the quick timeout. Up 6-1 in this first set. Another quick set. Timing a little better on that one. Dink over, but Mountain View's there. Cross court goes wide. Point goes to Los Gatos. She cut that just inside the block, but it was just a few inches wide. Gaspar's back to serve again for Los Gatos, up 7-1. Little dink over. Back set. Good dig aloft the ceiling. Point Los Gatos. Los Gatos steps up 8-1. Mountain View coach a little frustrated with his team. Nice float serve. Set tight to the net, but good recovery. Setter not able to get there underneath the net. Kira Palmbush comes in for Mountain View. Lauren Price back to serve. Back set, nice block by Mountain View. Tight to the net. Back row attack. Nice placement in the corner. Mountain View able to recover. Quick set in the middle. Through the block. Nicely played by Los Gatos. That was number 16 for Los Gatos. That's Kiana Pelton. We have a substitute coming in for Los Gatos is Skylar McKinnon. Alexander Stracy back to serve for Los Gatos. 5'9" senior outside hitter. Ooh, a little miscommunication there on Los Gatos' part. Mountain View closing at 3-9. Johansson back to serve for Mountain View. Tough serve. Kind of a bullet to the back row. Los Gatos not able to handle it. Johansson serves again. That was going to be tight. Off Los Gatos, the tip. And Los Gatos calls a timeout, and the score is 9-5. Los Gatos ahead, but Mountain View making a rally. They'll take about there we have our great camera crew. KMVT is doing a great job here tonight. Johansson back to serve. Tough serve by Johansson. Mountain View comes up 6-9. Johansson on a roll here. Quick set in the middle, off the block. Cross court, blocked again. Mountain View's there. Good recovery by Mountain View, just inside the antenna. Back set, doesn't clear the tape. Nice rally there by both teams. Mountain View approaching, just trailing by 2 at 9-7. Nice serve again by Johansson. Blocked by Mountain View. Goes through the block that time. Nice placement. That was Isaacs for Los Gatos. Los Gatos goes up 10-7. Carolyn Bond back to serve for Los Gatos. The libero. Cross court goes wide. Point goes to Los Gatos. Carolyn Bond back to serve again, 5'8" senior. Nice knuckleball serve, goes wide. When the ball doesn't rotate at all, those are often very hard to hit. Act just like a knuckleball, like in baseball. Bond to serve again. Tight to the net, good set. Off the block, point goes to Mountain View. Mountain View trails by 4 at 12-8. Aiden O'Leary back to serve for Mountain View. And it goes long. Line judge almost called that in, but look from this angle, looked long, and she called it long. Isabel Isaac back to serve for Los Gatos. Up by 5 here in the first set. Tough pass, they call it double hit on the setter. Isaac, a 5'10" senior, outside hitter. Quick set, goes cross, no tip. No tip called, goes wide. And Mountain View takes its second timeout. We'll give them a chance. This is the last timeout of the game. We'll be back shortly. Served by Los Gatos. Quick, goes right down the line. A point for Mountain View. Mountain View trails by 6 at 15-9. Back to serve for Mountain View is Ashley Kane, sophomore setter. Nice serve, very deep, bump set. Little dink over. Los Gatos is there. Off the block. Mountain View not able to pick it up. Los Gatos goes up 16-9. And back to serve is Skylar McKinnon. 5'7" sophomore, outside hitter. Nice cross court. Los Gatos libero's there. Mountain View blocks it. Single block. That was Lauren Price with a block for Mountain View. Sam Schaefer back to serve for Mountain View. Mountain View trailing 10-16. Nice down the court, but it was called just wide. And the up ref overrules it, so point goes to Mountain View. From this angle, it looked wide, but the up ref was right on top of it. Mountain View back to serve. Sam Schaefer for Mountain View. Nice cross-court kill there by Los Gatos, just inside the block between the two defenders. Kennedy Ballou goes back to serve for Los Gatos, up 17-11. Nice float serve. Wow, that was tough. Little dink right along the tape. Just landed just inside the net. Mountain View trailing by 5. Alexander Stracy back to serve for Mountain View. Excuse me. Quick set on the middle, little dink. Mountain View's there. Back set. Nicely blocked by Mountain View. Not sure that was going to clear the tape, but they were there to block it. Schaefer back to serve. Mountain View trailing 13-17. Deep serve, it looked like it was going to go in. Quick set over the middle. Nicely played by Los Gatos. Josie Despars goes back to serve for Los Gatos, up by 5. Quick set over the middle, little dink, and they call Mountain View under the net. The down ref correctly called under the net. We'll see if the up ref takes it. Yep, that was a good call. Point goes to Los Gatos. The rule is you can be over the line as long as your foot is on the line, but the minute you're freestanding on the other side of the line, you're considered under the net. Despars to serve again, up 19-13. Set to the middle, back row attack, beautifully played, nice done. She hit that just outside the 10-foot line. Good velocity. Despars back to serve again. That was a tough serve to handle. Setter wasn't able to get there for Los Gatos. Mountain View down by 4, 19-15. Despars on a bit of a roll here. It's not. Nicely down the line there by Los Gatos. Stracy back to serve. Nicely blocked. Los Gatos had a double block there, able to push it back. Los Gatos up 21-15, 4 points to go in this first set. Tough timing there on the Mountain View side. Good idea, but it jumped a little bit too soon. Stracy to serve for Los Gatos. Off the tape. Tough play. Those are hard to get. Tough serve, just over the net, dropped in right in front of the back row. We're here at set point, 24-15 here in our first set. Stracy to serve. Back set. Off her fingertips, tight to the net, through the block. Point goes to Los Gatos, and Los Gatos takes our first set, 25-15. So we'll be back in just a minute for our second set of this best of 5 match between the Mountain View Spartans and the Los Gatos Wildcats. Welcome back. We're here getting ready for set 2 of this best of 5 match between the Mountain View Spartans and the Los Gatos Wildcats. Los Gatos won the first set fairly well, fairly handily, 15-25. We're here at Mountain View High School's Chester F. Awalt Memorial Gymnasium. McKinnon back to serve, waiting for the down ref to approve the rotations, and we're ready to go. Here we go to start set 2. Off the I-beam in the center of the gymnasium. When it goes off the I-beam in the gymnasium, you can play it as long as it's on your side. It tends to rocket back down off that ceiling very quickly. Schaefer back to serve for Mountain View. Little dink over, and it's in. Nicely played by Los Gatos. Scores the tie at 1. Ties score at 1. Couple of substitutes coming in for Los Gatos. Back to serve is Kennedy Ballou. Little jump serve. Nice dig by Mountain View, back set. Over the block, and it goes wide. Point to Los Gatos. Blue with a nice float serve, and it just nicks the back line. Nice placement. Los Gatos up 3-1 here in the second set. Blue going to that same spot. Into the Mountain View bench. Not able to put it on. She's targeting that back right corner. Oftentimes the coach will give them instructions with a number telling them which location of the court to serve to. Looks like Blue's doing this on her own. Again to that back corner. Quick set to the middle. Timing was just off. Good thought, trying to beat the Los Gatos block. Point goes to Los Gatos, and they go up 5-1. Nice float serve, but it goes long. Sometimes when there's a little bit of underspin on those, they just float and sail long. Lauren Price goes back to serve for Mountain View. Trailing 5-2. Nice deep corner serve. Off the block, good recovery. And they give the point to Mountain View for a lift on Los Gatos. When that hand stays on the ball a little bit too long, they'll call a lift on it. Price serves. Quick set to the middle, over the block, and it goes in. Nice play. They can get that timing down on those and get that before the Mountain View blockers are able to get up. Great advantage. Disparts to serve for Los Gatos. Little dink over, Mountain View's there. Nicely played by Mountain View. Mountain View down by 2, trailing 4-6. Johansson back to serve for Mountain View. She had a good run last time she served. Down the line, good dig by Los Gatos. Push back to the deep corner. Miscommunication there by Mountain View's back row. Point to Los Gatos. McKinnon comes in for Los Gatos. Stracy back to serve. Quick little slide back set. She's able to get it around the blockers. Point goes to Mountain View. Nicole Bird goes in back to serve. 5'10" freshman. Nice serve, just ticked the net. That was a fastball serve if there ever was one, if there ever were one. Mountain View just trailing by 1, 6-7 now. Board back to serve. Good power again. Good recovery by Los Gatos. And we have a timeout called by Mountain View with the score Los Gatos 8, Mountain View 6 here in the second set. Bond back to serve for Los Gatos. Nice float serve. Little back set. Goes over the block. Good recovery by Los Gatos. 3-ball over. Another back set, and it goes long. Good rally, though. Both teams are coming back invigorated. Los Gatos goes up 9-6. Bond to serve again for Los Gatos. Another good float serve to that back corner. Nice down the line by Mountain View. Right down the line, just outside the block, goes up 7. Now trailing by 2. Mountain View 7, Los Gatos 9. Ashley Kane back to serve for Mountain View. Quick set in the middle by Los Gatos. Nice quick set there in the middle by Los Gatos. Well executed play. Los Gatos goes up 10-7. Isaac back to serve. Little dink over. Los Gatos is there. Quick set in the middle. Blocked by Mountain View, but it goes down the net. Point goes to Los Gatos. Isaac to serve again. And it goes wide. They call it wide. Point goes to Mountain View. Mountain View trailing by 3. Schaefer to serve. Nice deep serve in the back corner. Quick set in the middle, little dink over. Mountain View's there. Yep, 4 hits. Point goes to Mountain View. Now just trailing by 2, 11-9. Schaefer to serve again. Quick set in the middle again. Mountain View's there with a block. Mountain View there again with a block. Well played. Mountain View has their height at the net for this rotation. Nice serve by Schaefer. And it goes wide. Mountain View ties the score here in set 2. We're tied at 11. And Los Gatos calls a timeout now. First time that Mountain View's been tied the whole match. And after the timeout, Mountain View Tied at 11. Schaefer back to serve on a good run here. Back row. Johansson with a very nice cross court there. And they haven't changed the score. Mountain View goes up for the first time, up 12-11. Doesn't go over the net. Mountain View up by 2. Mountain View on a bit of a rally here. I think Los Gatos got a little bit relaxed here in the second set. Schaefer to serve again. Nice run. Off the net. Los Gatos gets it. Little dink over. Beautifully done there. That was Schaefer with a cross-court kill. And Los Gatos calls another timeout. Trailing here by 3 in the second set. This is uncharted territory for them. Los Gatos with their second timeout. Schaefer serves. Just off the net, tight, quick little set, dink over. Very nicely placed there. Point goes to Los Gatos and they stop the run. Mountain View up 14-11. McKinnon with the serve for Los Gatos. Excuse me, serve, point score is 14-12. Mountain View with a point. We are now 15-12. The official scorekeeper is a little slow on getting the points up on our scoreboard here. Nice deep serve by Mountain View. Quick back set with a little tip over. Nicely played there. That was Alex Anthony for Los Gatos. Baloo back to serve for Los Gatos, trailing by 2, 15-13. Miscommunication there. Setter not able to get to it, but no one else picked it up. Mountain View up by 1. Baloo to serve. Into the net. Tough for Los Gatos. They were trying to rally back. Mountain View goes up by 2. Warren Price back to serve for Mountain View. Tight to the net, little push over. Mountain View's there. Nice push down. That was Stracy was right there at the net to drop that in. Jaspar's back to serve for Los Gatos. Just trailing by 1. Little float serve. Back set, dink over. Los Gatos is there. And the kill by Mountain View. Los Gatos picks it up. Nice placement there by Los Gatos to the back corner. And our score is tied. Gaspar's back to serve again. Sort of handcuffed her a little bit. Free ball. Goes deep. A quick one there. Very nicely played by Los Gatos. Maya Liu coming in for Mountain View, number 3. Back to the back row. Dispar's back to serve again. And it goes long. Score now tied at 17. Johansson back to serve, left-handed. Opposite hitter, 6'1", junior. Tough serve to handle, and it can't handle. Goes deep. Point goes to Mountain View. Johansson to serve, 18-17. Never made it over the net. Point goes to Mountain View. That was off the tape, but it wasn't blocked. It's a little hard to see here from our camera angle because the up ref's head is right in the way. Johansson with the serve. Deep corner, and it goes in. Ooh. Yeah, the line judge called it out, but it was in. Yeah, they correctly gave that to Mountain View. Johansson to serve again, up 20-17. Nice placement on the serve. Back row attack, nice placement, but Mountain View is there. Ooh, Johansson couldn't push it over the net. They called the double hit on her as well. Los Gatos trails by 2. Stracy back to serve. Nicely played by Los Gatos. They come to within 1. Los Gatos has gotten a little energy back late in this second set. Stracy to serve. Nice rally there. Point goes to Mountain View, though. Hannah Whitney comes in for Los Gatos. And Nicole Giebord goes back to serve for Mountain View. Mountain View up by 2, 21-19. Nice little drop serve. Beautiful push there by Los Gatos, right over the block. Cross court, into the corner. Carolyn Bond, Los Gatos' libero, is in back to serve. They're back to within 1 point. Goes long. She got a little bit underneath that. Didn't get enough downspin on it. Kane and Price come back in for Mountain View. Kane to serve. Up by 2. Good timing there by Los Gatos, able to push it off the block. Point goes to Los Gatos. Isaac back to serve for Los Gatos. Nice serve. Just over the net. Mountain View not able to handle it. The score is tied 22 here, late in the second set. Mountain View try not to go down 0-2. Off the block, Los Gatos is there. Good recovery by Mountain View. Little tink over on 2. That was very nicely played. Smart move by Los Gatos. And Mountain View calls the timeout, trailing 22-23 here in the second set. We'll be back after their second and final timeout of the set. Here we come, ready for the last few points of set number 2. Isaac back to serve for Los Gatos. Los Gatos up 23-22. And it goes, ooh, that was going to be long, but she wasn't sure. So we have set point here. Los Gatos up 24-22. Isabel Isaac back to serve, set point. Nice little float serve. Back set, tough to handle. Off the block for Los Gatos. And they take set 2, 25-22. That was a very well played set. Mountain View gave them a run for their money, but they go down 0-2. We'll be back for set 3 in just a bit. Welcome back here to Mountain View High School, Chester F. Haywald Gymnasium. Owen Halliday here, your announcer for this game between the Mountain View Spartans and the Los Gatos Wildcats. Los Gatos took the first set pretty handily at 25-15. Mountain View came back and gave them a real challenge. Pretty close, they lost 22-25 in the second set. Mountain View is going to be back to serve for our set 3 here. It's always tough to win set 3 after losing a tough set like that just by 3 points. Mountain View back to serve. Mountain View stuffs him. Very nice, good block. We're in the rotation where Mountain View has its height on the right-hand side. Schaefer back to serve again for Mountain View, up 1-0. Tough serve, very, very deep. Point goes to Mountain View. Schaefer with a little drop serve, well played. Off the block, and the point goes to Mountain View. Mountain View up 3-0 here in this first set. They're coming out strong. Schaefer with the serve. Nice serve by Schaefer. Point goes to Mountain View. And Los Gatos calls a timeout after 4 quick points by Mountain View. Mountain View down by 2 sets. They're coming out strong here in set 3. Getting ready for play to resume here in set 3. Mountain View off to 4 quick points. Schaefer has been serving well this evening. Little drop serve. Off the block, good recovery by Mountain View. Mountain View goes up 5-0. I think maybe Los Gatos relaxed a little bit after winning the first 2 sets. Schaefer to serve. Nice float serve. Tough to handle for the back row there by Los Gatos. Point goes to Mountain View. Schaefer has their number on the serve. Another nice serve. And they are up 7-0. Los Gatos' coach is giving a little pointers. Directing the back row. They're going to have 4 in the back row. Schaefer able to get inside their heads a little bit here. Float serve. Goes tight to the net. Quick. Nicely played by Los Gatos. They do a quick set in the middle before the Mountain View blockers are able to get up. So first point of this third set goes to Los Gatos. Trailing 7-1 here. Ballew's going to try to get him back into this set. Little float. Nicely done. Johansson cross court, but Los Gatos is there. Over the block. Well played by Mountain View. Los Gatos' libero coming into play. That's Carolyn Bond. Mountain View with a little drop serve. Mountain View blocks. Los Gatos recovers. Goes deep. Mountain View's there. Little push over. On 2. Little push. Nicely played for Los Gatos. That was Despars who just pushed it over on 2. A little bit of a fake there. Mountain View's up 8-2. Despars back to serve. Just off the tape. Still in play. Johansson. Good dig by Los Gatos. Nice dig by Mountain View. Great back row attack there by Mountain View. They are fired up. Crowd getting into the game a little bit. It's been fairly quiet. Palmbush comes in for Mountain View. Price back to serve. Nice dig by Mountain View, but the setter not able to get there. Point goes to Los Gatos. Stracy back to serve. Trailing 9-3. Goes long. She got a little bit underneath that. Didn't flip the wrist down. Sailed long. Stracy back to serve again for Los Gatos. Los Gatos trailing 4-9. And that's nicely placed right on the back line. Point goes to Mountain View. Johansson back to serve. Up 10-4. Quick set to the middle. Never made it over the net, so they called 4 hits on Mountain View. Point goes to Los Gatos. Los Gatos getting a little bit more energy here in the third set. Carolyn Bond, their libero, back to serve. Nice float. Back set. Dinked over to the, oh, good recovery by Los Gatos. Never made it over the net. Point goes to Mountain View. Keyboard back to serve. Nice bullet, but good recovery by Los Gatos. And they call net on Mountain View. Point goes to Los Gatos. Isaac back to serve for Los Gatos, trailing 6-11. Nice push over there by Mountain View setter. That was too tight for her to get back into her side, so she just pushed it over on the second. Kane back to serve for Mountain View. Nice placement there. She just pushed it over the net diagonally. A big open spot. Los Gatos now trailing 7-12. McKinnon back to serve. Little jump serve with a spin on it. Very tough to handle. Nice placement. That was curving out. And we have a timeout called here by Mountain View. Mountain View up 12-5 or 12-7 here in this third set, best of 5 match. Getting ready for play to resume here in set 3. Mountain View off to 4 quick points. Schaefer has been serving well this evening. Little drop serve. Off the block, good recovery by Mountain View. Mountain View goes up 5-0. I think maybe Los Gatos relaxed a little bit after winning the first 2 sets. Schaefer to serve. Nice float serve. Tough to handle for the back row there by Los Gatos. Point goes to Mountain View. Schaefer has their number on the serve. Another nice serve. And they are up 7-0. Los Gatos' coach has given a little pointers. Directing the back row. They're going to have 4 in the back row. Schaefer able to get inside their heads a little bit here. Float serve. Goes tight to the net. Quick. Nicely played by Los Gatos. They do a quick set in the middle before the Mountain View blockers are able to get up. So first point of this third set goes to Los Gatos. Trailing 7-1 here. Blue's going to try to get him back into this set. Little float. Nicely done. Johansson cross court, but Los Gatos is there. Over the block. Well played by Mountain View. Los Gatos' libero coming into play. That's Carolyn Bond. Mountain View with a little drop serve. Mountain View blocks. Los Gatos recovers. Goes deep. Mountain View's there. Little push over. On 2. Little push. Nicely played for Los Gatos. That was Despars who just pushed it over on 2. A little bit of a fake there. Mountain View's up 8-2. Despars back to serve. Just off the tape. Still in play. Johansson. Good dig by Los Gatos. Nice dig by Mountain View. Great back row attack there by Mountain View. They are fired up. Crowd getting into the game a little bit. It's been fairly quiet. Palmbush comes in for Mountain View. Price back to serve. Nice dig by Mountain View, but the setter not able to get there. Point goes to Los Gatos. Tracy back to serve. Trailing 9-3. Goes long. She got a little bit underneath that. Didn't flip the wrist down. Sailed long. Tracy back to serve again for Los Gatos. Los Gatos trailing 4-9. And that's nicely placed right on the back line. Point goes to Mountain View. Johansson back to serve, up 10-4. Quick set to the middle. Never made it over the net, so they call 4 hits on Mountain View. Point goes to Los Gatos. Los Gatos getting a little bit more energy here in the third set. Carolyn Bond, their libero, back to serve. Nice float. Back set. Dinked over to the, oh, good recovery by Los Gatos. Never made it over the net. Point goes to Mountain View. Keyboard back to serve. Nice bullet, but good recovery by Los Gatos. And they call net on Mountain View. Point goes to Los Gatos. Isaac back to serve for Los Gatos, trailing 6-11. Nice push over there by Mountain View setter. That was too tight for her to get back into her side, so she just pushed it over on the second. Kane back to serve for Mountain View. Nice placement there. She just pushed it over the net diagonally. A big open spot. Los Gatos now trailing 7-12. McKinnon back to serve. Little jump serve with a spin on it. Very tough to handle. Nice placement. That was curving out. And we have a timeout called here by Mountain View. Mountain View up 12-5 or 12-7 here in this third set, best of 5 match. Mountain View been pretty commanding in this second set, or I'm sorry, third set, up 12-8. McKinnon serving. Nice kill right down the line. That was Schaefer for Mountain View. Schaefer back to serve for Mountain View, up 13-8. Off the ceiling, good recovery by Mountain View. This comeback so fast. Quick set, Mountain View there with a block. Good recovery by Mountain View. Nice rally. Los Gatos with a point. Ballou back to serve, 9-13. Back row by Los Gatos. Cross-court placement. Cross-court also by Mountain View, just inside the block and just inside the line. Point goes to Mountain View. Mountain View up 14-9. Schaefer back to serve for Mountain View. Little floater, short. Back row, nicely played. Tough placement, well done by Los Gatos. Back deep corner, cross court, no one there. Point goes to Los Gatos, trailing now by 4, 10-14. Disparz with a serve. Serving very successfully tonight. Back set, off the block. And it goes long. Little collision midcourt there for Los Gatos. And that's Mountain View's point. Price back to serve. And we have a timeout called by Los Gatos. Los Gatos trailing by 5, 15-10 here in the third set. We'll be back shortly. Here we are back after the second timeout. Mountain View up 15-10. Mountain View serving. That's Lauren Price back to serve for Mountain View. Tough serve. Good recovery by Los Gatos, though. Over the block. Nice placement in the back corner. Los Gatos not able to get there. Mountain View goes up 16-10. Los Gatos just looks flat this set. Sometimes it happens when you go up 2-0. Relax a little bit. Quick set to the middle, off the block. Nice block by Mountain View, but not able to get the recovery. Stracy back to serve for Los Gatos, trailing 11-16. Tight to the net. Quick set in the middle. Nicely played. Mountain View not able to get the block up quickly enough. Los Gatos cuts the lead by 4. And we have a timeout called by Mountain View. Both teams have taken their 2 timeouts per set. We'll be back in just a minute. Getting ready here for set 4. Mountain View came back in a big way. Set 3, they were down 2-0. Los Gatos looking pretty dominant. But Mountain View came back, got some energy, and played very well. Los Gatos, I think, rested a little bit on their laurels, relaxed a bit. It's best of 5 match. Mountain View trails 1-2. Los Gatos is the visitor here at Mountain View High School. Home with the Spartans. McKinnon back to serve. First point of this set 4. And it goes long. Point to Mountain View. Mountain View starting off well on this fourth set, excuse me. Schaefer to serve. Quick set over. Nice timing there by Los Gatos. Score tied at 1. Los Gatos looks like they've got a little bit more energy this game. Just starting off. Ballou back to serve for Los Gatos. 5'9" senior. Off the block. Nice placement there by Los Gatos, very deep. Good dig. Nice timing there by Los Gatos. That was Pelton with the quick 1-2 in the middle. Los Gatos goes up 2-1. Back set by Mountain View. Nice back row attack there by Mountain View. That was Schaefer with the back row kill. Score tied at 2 here, fourth set. Price to serve. Off the block, and Mountain View not able to get back there. She tried to pancake it up, just a little bit too late. Despars back to serve. Nice float. Off the block. Off the block goes wide. Point goes to Los Gatos. Another float served by Despars. Back set. Johansson drops it into that open spot. Los Gatos' coverage didn't get in behind the block. Johansson to serve. Mountain View trailing 3-4 in this fourth set. Bump set for back row attack. Johansson almost able to get there. Los Gatos goes up by 2. Stracy back to serve for Los Gatos. Quick set in the middle, nicely blocked there. That was Pelton with the block for Los Gatos. Perfectly timed. And the Mountain View calls a timeout, trailing 3-6 here in this fourth set. Los Gatos getting ready to serve here after the timeout. Stracy back to serve, up by 3. Nice serve. Cross court, but Los Gatos is there. Little dink over. And it goes long, no touch called. Point goes to Los Gatos. And they reverse that call. And they're calling it a lift, I believe. And the point goes to Mountain View. So our score is now Mountain View 4, Los Gatos 6. No touch, point goes to Mountain View. Don't quite know why they reversed that call. It looked like it was either called a lift or a touch, I'm not sure. Mountain View now down by 1, trailing 5-6. Board to serve for Mountain View. She's got a tough serve. She's got that rocket that just goes over the net and then just drops right in front of the back row. Los Gatos' back row steps up. They're halfway between the 10-foot line and the back line. Playing very shallow. Just drops in at the 10-foot line. Nicely played by Los Gatos, able to drop it in to an open spot there in front of the Mountain View back row. Los Gatos up by 1, 7-6. blocked by Los Gatos, but it went wide, so point goes to Mountain View. Our score is now tied at 7. Kane to serve. Call that wide. Point goes to Los Gatos. Great placement attempt by Mountain View, just a few inches wide. Isaac to serve. Drop serve. They call a double hit. Yeah, point goes to Mountain View. Schaefer with the serve. That looked like it was wide, but Los Gatos took it and recovered well. Point goes to Los Gatos. Tracy comes in again for Mountain View into the front row. McKinnon with a serve. Just off the tape, dropped in front of the back row. Very tough. McKinnon to serve again for Los Gatos, up by 2. Mountain View there with the block. Johansson was right there. Schaefer to serve for Mountain View, down by 1. Tried to drop it in just over the net, didn't clear. Point to Los Gatos. Baloo to serve. Back to Johansson. Great placement there from Mountain View back row. Dropped it into the big open spot in the middle. Libero comes in for Los Gatos. Price back to serve, down by 1. Tough serve, shanked it wide, ended up behind the behind their own bench. Price serving, tie score. Point goes to Los Gatos. A little bit of a spin there on the set, but the ref didn't call it. That's a discretionary call, how much spin they allow from the set. Usually they try to let play go on. Los Gatos with the serve. Quick set in the middle, off the block. And they call net on Los Gatos. Point goes to Mountain View. Johansson back to serve for Mountain View. Getting a location direction from her coach. Where to place the serve. Point Mountain View. Up by 1. Good free ball there by Los Gatos. And it goes long, no touch called. Point goes to Los Gatos. We have a tie score again. This is do or die for Mountain View. It's Tracy with the serve. Off the block. They've got that timing down on that too. Little dink over. Nice play by Mountain View. Little back set there. Let's get us to the point. Back to serve again is Tracy. Nice kill there by Mountain View. And they've tied the score at 14. Keyboard back to serve for Mountain View. She's got that rocket serve. Little dink over. Mountain View's there. And Mountain View, good recovery. Quick set, off the block. Almost a great recovery there by Mountain View. Great rally, though. Libero Bond back to serve for Los Gatos. Up by 1, 15-14. No spin on that at all. Tough to handle. Both teams are playing inspired, much better than we saw in the first 3 sets. A lot of great rallies. Los Gatos goes up by 2, 16-14. Back to serve is Libero Bond. It looked like it was going to go long, but tough to let those go and have them land in. Point goes to Los Gatos. Bond serving again. And they call net on Mountain View. Point goes to Los Gatos. Good rally, though. And Mountain View calls a timeout. Now trailing by 4, 18-14. Coming to the exciting conclusion here soon of set 4. Los Gatos up 2-1. Wonderful drop serve there. That's Bond there. Libero just dropped that in right in front of the front row. They go up by 5, 19-14. Mountain View needs to pull this out. Maya Liu comes into the back row. Tough serve. Price comes back in for Mountain View. Bond with a serve. Up by 6. Nice block by Los Gatos, but they called it a lift on Mountain View, so Los Gatos point, up by 7. Turner comes in for Mountain View. Bond with the serve. Back row to Johansson. Nice dig by Los Gatos. Quick set. Nice rally. Los Gatos able to pull it out with a quick 2 there in the middle. Mountain View not able to get their block up. Palmbush comes in for Mountain View. Little extra height. Bond with a serve, 22-14. Nice serve. Almost hit the roof. Cross court set. Point goes to Mountain View as they call it a lift. This particular upright is calling more lifts than he is double hits on the spin on the set. But at least he's being consistent. We always appreciate that. Bond back to serve, 23-14. Nicely played there by Los Gatos. On the kill for Los Gatos, that was Sam Schaefer, their senior setter. Bond here serving set and match point, 24-14. Little float, and they're not able to handle it. And Los Gatos takes the fourth set, and the match, 25-14. So Los Gatos wins the match, resets to 1. 25-15, 22-25, 25-14. And our final set is 25-14. I want to thank you for watching this match tonight between the Mountain View Spartans and the Los Gatos Wildcats. KMVT15, want to thank our producer, Renee Mendoza. Our director is Edgar Espino Barros. How's my pronunciation? Our camera work, Orlando Montes and Veronica Craven. Great crew to work with tonight. I'm Owen Halliday. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you'd like to see this, go to kmvt15.org/sports. You can see this and other matches. I'm Owen Halliday, and thank you for joining us tonight.